Welcome to this episode of KSAX-TEG. I'm Ken.
And I'm Aaron.
And today we have Mortal Kombat from NetherRealm Studios and Warner Brothers Games.
This week we got Mortal Kombat, and I want to start off by saying that it is an M game, and you have to be 17 or older to buy it because of the over-the-top violence, and this one is probably the most violent Mortal Kombat yet. The story for this Mortal Kombat is, it starts out, I'm going to try and do this without giving away too many spoilers, but basically it starts out right at the end of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, the last one. All the Mortal Kombat characters are pretty much dead except for Shao Kahn and Raiden, and they're battling on top of the temple, and Shao Kahn absorbs the whatever energy is at the top of the temple that everyone's fighting for, the power. Did they give it a specific name? Or?
I haven't played Armageddon, so I don't really know.
Okay, I can't remember what it is, but basically it's supposed to give you the ultimate power. Well, Raiden, Shao Kahn touches it, and he takes an amulet that Raiden has, and he crushes it. And then he starts beating up Raiden, and Raiden manages to get over to the amulet. He picks it up, and he's able to send a message back in time to the first Mortal Kombat. He sends it to Raiden and gives him a special message. I can't even remember what it.
I think it was "He must win."
Yeah, "He must win" is the message. So then the story starts out at during the first Mortal Kombat, and then there's different chapters. I don't want to give away how many chapters there are. But you pretty much play each chapter as a different character. Well, the one thing that really blew me away with the story that I thought was really cool was that you basically play the story of the first Mortal Kombat and all the characters associated with that. And that was really cool to see. What did you think of the story and the story mode?
I've only gotten halfway through it. I've gotten to a point where it's just, I want to pull out my hair and trying to fight one of the characters, but it's a really good story mode. It's really fun. I really want to see where they're driving it next, especially since it's a message sent back to Raiden where he changes things.
Yep.
So it's kind of an alternate version of the first tournament, which is really cool to see what could have happened and what.
Another thing I want to say is that there's a lot of different gameplay modes to the game. It's almost like overwhelming to me because you have the story mode. You have the classic ladder mode where you pick a character and you go through 10 different challenges, and each character has their story and then a specific ending for the character. You have a test your luck mode. It's a new mode with a slot machine where you choose a character and then you can choose how many reels there are, and then there's different gameplays basing on what reel spins up. It's basically a slot machine. So like, you could have armless combat where you can't do any punches, your guys loses their arms, or headless, or they lose their head. There's a mode where it's an earthquake, so as you're playing the whole screen's shaking. There's an upside down mode where you're playing upside down, the screen's flipped.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, and it just goes on and on. I must have played probably 15 or 20 different matches like that and not one the same, and I kept getting different variations of the gameplay, so I have no idea how many there are total.
I know a couple of the story chapters, and I think I heard about it in the Challenge Tower is like 2 or 3-on-1 battles. I mean, that felt so cheap to me the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I hated it so much.
Yeah, they really make it challenging.
Yeah, there is no shortage of challenges in this game, that's for sure. How'd you like online?
Online was pretty fun. There's a couple different modes that are available online. You can do the classic, just fight somebody online, or do the tag team against somebody online. But they added a new kind of game or new feature for online called King of the Hill, and that's kind of cool. It's you enter like a lobby, and I think they can have 8 people, I think, at the most in the lobby. And before you go online, you choose an avatar. Like for the PS3, you choose one of the Mortal Kombat avatars, or for Xbox, you can choose your the avatar that you've created in the game.
Oh, my regular Xbox Live one.
Yep, that'll appear on it. And what happens is, it's like a movie theater, or if you've ever seen Mystery Science Theater 3000, it's a lot like that, because you can watch the fight going on, and then the two characters that are fighting are up on pedestals, and then you can watch the fight, and then your little avatar's on the bottom, and then you can choose what you want your avatar to do. Like, you can have them cheer, you can have them clap, you can have them boo the screen. What did you like about it, Ken?
Well, mostly I've just played story mode, and some, back when I first got my hands on it at the tournament we did, I played some one-on-one.
Yep.
Got my butt handed to me a couple of times. But I've only really played the story mode in some 1 versus 1, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's tricky sometimes learning some of the moves.
Yep.
And can be hard to pull them off once in a while, but I really like it. I mean, there isn't a whole lot about it I don't care for.
I love the new X-ray moves. Each character has his own individual
X-ray's pretty
X-ray.
cool.
Yep. They have a meter, as you can see on the bottom, and when the meter fills up, there's like a X that flashes, and then if you hold the bottom two trigger buttons, you can activate it. And depending on what character you are, it's how they use their X-ray move. Like, some of them can use it when they're being attacked. They're getting hit, and then you use it, and then it's like a defense move. Otherwise, you can just use it while you're fighting and hope you hit them, and it can be blocked. And
which I don't like that it's blocked.
Yeah, I know.
If I'm going to waste all that energy, it better be unblockable.
Yeah, and the thing is, if it's blocked, you lose that whole meter, and you have to build it up again by doing combos or getting hit. I felt like a lot of the moves, were pretty, they flowed really nice together. Like when you did combos, I thought that was pretty easy. I really like the combo system. And another option I like is you can, press pause, and you can see all the different moves and combos. Each character has multiple fatalities. They have, some of the characters have 4, some have 5, depending on, like the Scorpion, if you bought it at GameStop.
You get his classic one.
His
toasty one.
Yeah, where he pulls the mask off and then blows fire on the guy. But, and then each character has a staged fatality, and then each character has a secret, another fatality.
Second fatality, yeah.
Or they have a second fatality, staged fatality, and then they've got another feature that they brought back from a previous Mortal Kombat. The one thing that really frustrated me is, like, on ladder mode, the bosses. It seemed like the bosses were almost impossible to do damage on. It's like you had to spam a move, or you had to be really cheap in beating them. Otherwise, you couldn't just walk up to them and do a series of combos, because they stand there and then they take the damage. They don't fall over, or it's just really tough to do damages. The AE is really cheap.
Yeah, I know. When we were doing the tournament and I saw everybody pick Scorpion, I thought it was just because everybody likes Scorpion. I mean, he's neat. His first costume isn't that great.
And he's Ed Boone's favorite character.
Yeah, but when I was playing with him in story mode, I figured out why. It's just everything is so easy with him to do, and I think that kind of cheapened Scorpion a little bit.
Yeah, and the moves do so much damage. They're easy to do, and they do tons of damage.
There's no Rain in this one.
Oh, yep.
Like, I never really played much as Rain. I just kind of liked him. And I can't remember his name. Was it like Kenshi? The blind swordman.
Kenshi.
Yeah.
Yep.
I liked him a lot.
Yep.
And I was a little disappointed to not see him in this one.
He's actually I don't know when, but the first downloadable content that's going to be available, it's going to be Kenshi, it's going to be Scarlet, a new character, and Kentaro. Overall, what would you rate this?
Overall, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. It's continuing a good storyline, and it's really fun, and the fighting is really easy to do, and the combos are great.
Yep.
I have really no complaints about the game, except like the price.
Yeah.
$99 for a couple of bookends. They're really cool bookends, but they're expensive.
Yeah, but they're cool.
Cool.
That's what I got. I got the $99 version.
Yeah, me too.
But overall, I would give it a 5 out of 5. My favorite Mortal Kombat out of the series before this was Mortal Kombat 2, and I love that they went back to that kind of style of fighting, but I really like this one a lot.
Yeah, I like that they went back to the 2D instead of the 3D fighting.
Yeah.
And still kept the 3D graphics.
Yeah, so there wasn't much I didn't like about it. Thanks for joining us on this episode of KSAX-TEG.
Remember to come back often and to rate, comment, and subscribe.
not necessarily the views of Current Broadcasting or its affiliate stations.
Video games, that's the Atari thing, isn't it?
KSAX-TEG is brought to you by Guerrilla Games in St. Cloud and by Play and Trade in Baxter.